What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ricky Unboxed here, and today we're diving into the Galaxy Watch 6, but this time we're going to be doing the classic version. Just going around the box, very typical packaging from Samsung, and on the back we have some details about the actual product. We went with the silver model for this watch, the 47mm model as well, and we're just going to go ahead and tear away the two strips here, one on the top and then we also have one on the bottom. And as soon as you open the box, you're greeted with a beautiful watch there in a full length position. Now, some of the watches, they do come with the bands separated. This watch in particular, and most of the Samsung watches, they come with the bands and the watch already attached. But we also have the typical style of hiding away the packaging here at the top of the box. So once you open the first tab, we have our manual. This is just going to be our quick guide to kind of get through the product. We'll go through all that stuff in just a second. And then on the other end of the box, we have our charging cable. So we'll just go ahead and slide that out of the box, and really and truly that's all that comes inside of the packaging. As for the manual, it's a quick startup guide as I mentioned before, and as soon as you open it up, you can kind of see exactly what it's showing you. So it's kind of showing you where the speakers are on the watch, just the device layout, how to detach the band, and then just some safety features, how to remove the battery. Very typical manual. And then on the back you also have it in French, so for those of you who do speak French, you are covered, and if you don't, I'm sure you could just search it up online, guys. Moving on to the charger itself. Now, in my humble opinion, guys, I do think that this is a little bit of a cheaper style cable, especially coming from a premium product like this watch. I would have preferred a more, nicer style cable. One of the good benefits is that it is a magnetization for the charging, and it also supports USB-C. Pretty common now across all the Samsung products, but again, just looking at the quality of the cable, I would have liked to see something a little bit more premium. Speaking about premium, let's get all this stuff out of the way so we can get into the actual watch. Now, as soon as you take the watch out of the box, you're greeted with that beautiful display. And one of the key features of this new classic watch is that the bezel itself can turn. So you no longer have to swipe your finger around the screen. You can just use the bezel itself. Another cool thing is that they have the seconds around the bezel of the watch face, which is really cool. It can pair up with some of the watch faces and the time. It makes it look very aesthetically pleasing. Another cool thing are the removable bands that you can interchange them with different colors. You can have black, white, whatever color to your desire, and it's a very nice little design that they have. It's a retractable mechanism, so as soon as you press the button, you can see here as I demonstrate, the actual pins will retract, and then it'll kind of go back to its regular position. And then when you want to attach it to the watch, you can see there that there's small little pinholes where these actually fit into, and then you can just press the button, and then as soon as you put it back where the holes are, it snaps into place, and there you go. You can easily change your watch bands. And just in case you're wondering if those little small pins are very secure, yes, they are very snug. You're definitely not gonna have the watch band itself fall off and have your watch fall on the floor. It's very well and very well secured. Now we're just going to go ahead and turn on the watch for the first time here, and I'm kind of just going to guide you guys through the setup process and how it starts up. It took about maybe 10 seconds to start. This watch was pretty fast in my opinion, and you're greeted with that welcome Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, and then it prompts you to start the wearables app on your phone to further get through the setup process. So once you get the app started up, it gives you two numbers there that you use to pair the phone together. So it's just a quick tap, yes, that's the number. Then it's going to download some softwares and everything like that, and then you can finally get into the actual watch. So as soon as you get through all the setup, it asks you if you want to do a tour. I've already done this before, so I'm going to go ahead and skip. But if you guys are not familiar with the watch, I'd recommend just going through the tour. And one of the first things that I did want to test out is the new bezel rotation feature. And I really like this. In my humble opinion, I think it's very cool, especially since you no longer have to rotate around the actual screen. It gives it a fresh way to interact with the watch, which for me personally, it's refreshing. Now we're just going to go through and kind of look at some of the different watch faces that the watch has, and it has a decent amount of watch faces. Now, if you want to go ahead and add more watch faces, you can go through the actual app on the phone. I'm going to show you guys a little bit later in the video, and you can download additional applications or app faces, I guess you can say. And you know, whatever you like, whatever flavor you're feeling, you can always customize these watch faces as well. So you can add different, you know, widgets and things like that, like battery percentage, and change the color. And you know, so it's very user friendly and it's very interactive. So I'm going to go ahead and add the battery to this watch face. And yeah, I understand it's probably not the most aesthetically pleasing on this particular watch face, but it is cool that you have those abilities to do those type of things. Now, in terms of brightness, this watch is coming in at 2000 nits of brightness. So outdoors, you're not going to notice any issues with visibility when the sun is shining at the watch. And it also is twice as bright as last year's model. Last year's model was 1000 nits of brightness. The screen resolution is also 480 by 480 pixels. We have a 1.5 inch screen as well as a sapphire crystal display. This is going to be the same material that they use on the Apple Watch Series 9, and it is a very durable material. You also get IP68 water resistance, ECG certified, and you have your blood pressure monitor. So if you have high blood pressure, you can always just check it on the go. Moving on to some of the applications supported on this watch, you have daily activity. Now, this is something that you can use to track your daily steps, calories, kilometers you've walked, all that neat stuff. And it can kind of just give you an overlay of how you perform throughout the weeks, your steps. You have quick access to your heartbeat, as well as if you want to just go ahead and measure it, you can always measure it by clicking on the application. And you know, you can always get even more in depth if you use the on phone application. But here I am just going to measure my heartbeat. Right now I'm sitting at 78 beats per minute. But by far, one of my favorite features on the Samsung Galaxy Watch is definitely going to be the fitness app. Now, you even can see on the watch face what workout you're performing, and just the way that it moves as you go through and select which workout you want to do. It performing that on the application, very cool and very seamless to me. Now, if you go to the end, you can always add new workouts, and there's a ton of workouts here, guys, that you can choose from: archery, alpine, skiing, like so many different sports. And it's just really cool. You can always adjust exactly the duration of how long you want to be doing the workout, what your calories that you want to hit, just so many different functions. It's very intuitive when it comes to sports, and I really like that about this watch. So there's another cool application that I want to show you guys, and it's body composition. As soon as you launch the application, it's going to prompt you and ask you whether you're a male or female, and then it's going to give you a tutorial of how to adjust the watch to get the best results. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take off the watch and just move it a little bit more closer up on your forearm, and then you're going to place your two fingers on the button and slightly shift it like you're shifting it into your actual arm, and then maybe about 10 seconds it gives you all these really cool results about your body, guys. So the first one it's going to show you is it's going to be your weight, and it kind of gives you like a little bar graph in a sense, and it just shows you whether you're in the green or the red. Now, fat mass, body of water, BMI, all these cool things that you know you can use to kind of track your health. And like I said before, this watch is very intuitive when it comes to health, and this is why I think this watch is one of the leading competitors when it comes to fitness watches in this space. Now, just moving on and checking out some of the other applications that come on this watch, you have calendar, blood pressure, ECG, and you can always add a ton more stuff: timers, clocks, battery, you know, you name it. This watch more than likely has it, or you can download the app from maybe the phone and then move it over to the watch. So you have blood oxygen, and if you click on it, measure, and you can always, you know, again, manipulate where you move the watch, and then you can kind of just go through and measure your blood oxygen. Now, personally, my only pet peeve that I have with this watch is the fact that you kind of have to manipulate where the watch is on your wrist in order to use certain health applications. I kind of wish in the future it's just a one and done. You put the watch on your wrist, and then you can kind of calculate the blood oxygen and all those other applications without having to move the watch around on your wrist. So like I was saying earlier, there's a ton of different watch faces to choose from, and you can easily just download the watch faces and then you can transfer them over on the watch whenever you're ready. Again, tons and tons of watch faces. Here's one of the watch faces that I recently downloaded, and again, you can hold it down, customize it, and manipulate the colors, whatever you want to make it to your personal preference. And when you're done, you just hit the back button and you're ready to go, guys. Now here's another one. These are just two of the ones that kind of quickly stood out to me. This one maybe not so much. I think it's a little bit too convoluted and it can get a little bit confusing, but you know what, if you like information, maybe this is a watch face for you. And again, you can always manipulate, change, and customize it to your personal preference. And then again, once you're done, you quickly hit that back button and then you can always click on the watch face. It'll do this nice little dance for you, I like to call it, and then you can use and observe your newly created watch face. So guys, that is the watch faces. Now there is also a ton more that you guys can add. You can always browse through and look through a ton more of watch faces. There's even watch faces that you can also purchase if you don't like none of the watch faces that are downloadable. You can always go to more watch faces and then go through and purchase third-party watch faces that were created by individuals. But all in all, just going around and really just admiring this Watch 6. It's really a gorgeous watch. I don't think I mentioned how much it weighs in the past, but it is 51.5 grams. This is coming in just half a gram less than the Series 9. Although this watch face is a 47mm watch face, the Apple Watch is a 45, so it definitely takes the win there. And also just that stainless steel finish around the sides and the bezels really shouts out premium quality when you look at this watch. Now that's everything I have on the classic Watch 6. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. But without further ado, peace out, take care, and I love you guys. Catch you on the next one.